All right, Shalom. I want to start off by giving all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Habakakadash, double honors unto the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Peace and salutations to you brothers through the four corners of the earth, preaching this word, and also laboring in this word in truth, love, and sincerity. And may blessings fall upon the houses that are 1/3. And I want to give some advice to you new believers coming into this truth. And that you have to understand that everyone is not given the opportunity to understand this truth, this wisdom and knowledge and understanding of the Holy Scriptures. Okay? So Lord willing, after I'm done with this lesson, that you may be edified and understand deeply that, this is not for everyone on this side, meaning every Israelite is not going to wake up and understand this truth on this side. It's only given to a few, the elect. Okay, and the elect are going to come into this truth. They're going to understand the Holy Scriptures. The Holy Spirit is going to be upon them as the Lord has given to them, and they are going to endure until the end. Okay, so let's get the first scripture. It's the book of John 15 verse 16. It reads, it says, "Ye have not chosen me, but I have chosen you, and ordained you that you should go and bring forth fruit, and that your fruit should remain, that whatsoever you shall ask of the Father in my name, he may give it to you." So right here, you have to understand that you cannot choose the Lord, but the Lord has to choose you. Okay, so that false understanding in the world, how when you hear all these fake Christians and other people of the different organizations or religions say, I choose the Lord. The scriptures doesn't say that. The scriptures say, but I have chosen you. Okay, so the Lord is the one that does the choosing. Okay, it's really not up to you. All right, so let's go get a cross reference. Want to go to the second one, Colossians 1 verse 10. It says, "That ye might walk worthy of the Lord unto all pleasing, being fruitful in every good work, and increasing in the knowledge of the Most High." You see that? So you got to be fruitful in every good work, and then you have to increase in this knowledge of the Most High. Okay, which that boils down with the Lord, giving the increase. Okay, as He sees fit. All right, because in this thing, the more you know, or the more that is set upon you, the more the more that is required of you. All right, so verse 17, it says, "These things I command you, that ye love one another. If the world hate you, ye know that it hated me before it hated you." So you have to understand that who the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ, the world hated the Lord. Okay, so you are going to be also hated as well. All right, let's get it. See if they got it. Yep, John 7 verse 7. It says, "The world cannot hate you, but me it hateth, because I testify of it that the works thereof are evil." You see, 1 John 3 verse 13. "Marvel not, my brethren, if the world hate you." You see, so don't think it's some strange thing if the world starts to come against you. Okay, if your family starts to come against you. Okay, because that's what's going to happen when you come into this truth. When you start to set yourself apart from the people and the things of this world. Okay, so back in John 15 verse 18, it says, "If the world hate you, you know that the world hated me before it hated you. If ye were of the world would love his own." You see, so if you were just like the people of the world, you were doing the same things that the people of the world were doing, they would love you. Okay, they would easily accept you. You see, they wouldn't question anything that you are doing, but because you are choosing to live in a righteous and in a godly manner, right? Then people start to question you. Then people start to come against you. You see, and as you become more spiritual, and as you start to see the world as for what it is and the people for what they are, you start to look and understand, like, you know what? you people are actually wicked. Because when I was doing wicked and worldly things, you had nothing to say. But now that I am, separating myself from the world, I am separating myself from doing the things of the world, and I'm trying to live, this godly way of life. Now you people have something to say. You see, but you got to understand that this thing is spiritual. Okay. So it says, verse 19 again, it says, if you were of the world will love his own. But because ye are not of the world, but I have chosen you out of the world. You see, chosen again. But I have chosen you out of the world. Therefore, the world hateth you. You see that? So because you was chosen out of the world, now the world hates you. Okay? Or they hateth you. Let's see if quick cross references. Of John 17 verse 14, it says, I have given them thy word, and the world hated them, because they are not of the world, even as I am not of the world. You see? And the Lord right here was speaking of who? He was speaking about his disciples. Okay? Because they were given the word, and the ones, but there were people that believed on Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua through what the disciples were speaking. Okay. Let's see if there's another one. Mark 13 verse 9, it says, but take heed to yourselves, for they shall deliver you up into councils, and in the synagogues you shall be beaten, and you shall be brought before rulers and kings for my sake, right? For my sake, for a testimony against them. You see, so Yahweh shall say, look, these things are going to happen to you. And it's the same thing today. Okay? For the name of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua. Alright. Verse 20 says, remember the word that I said unto you, the servant is not greater than his Lord. If they have persecuted me, they will also persecute you. If they have kept my saying, they will keep yours also. So Yahweh is telling you that, look, since the world has persecuted me, so they are going to persecute you as well. Okay, the Lord is not greater. Salakia says the servant is not greater than his Lord. You see? So going on into the lesson, I got kind of sidetracked a little bit, but I just wanted to show you that, you getting called out of the world, the world is going to hate you. Okay, and that's something that some new advice for you newcomers as well. You got to understand that the world is going to hate you, that the world is not going to accept you, But hey, it's better for the world to hate you, It's better for the world to be against you than Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua being against you. Okay, so going on, I want to go into how, this truth, everyone is not going to get this. Okay, so this is the book of Matthew 13 verse 9. It says, who have ears to hear, let them hear. So what does this mean? It says, he basically said, he who have understanding, let them understand. Because we know many people have ears, you see, but they have ears, but they don't understand. Okay, right. Revelation 2 verse 11. It says, he that have an ear, let him hear what the Spirit saith unto the churches. He that overcometh shall not be hurt of the second death. You see that? All right. Verse 10, it says, and the disciples came and said unto him, why speakest thou unto them in parables? Why are you talking in codes, Lord? Why are you talking to them in secrets, Lord? Verse 11, he answered and said unto them, because it is given to you to know the mysteries of the kingdom of heaven, but to them it is not given. You see? So it's showing you that, this word is not given to everyone to understand. You see? Because if it was, why would the disciples have to, ask the Lord, why are you speaking in mysteries? Why are you speaking in codes? You see? But the Lord told him, Yahweh Shai, blatantly told him, man, look, these mysteries, they are given into you. Okay? These mysteries of the kingdom of heaven are given into you. But to these people, they are not given. You see? So when you see the brothers, doing the work outside on the highways and byways, okay, doing their lessons, and you be like, okay, well, they only got thousands of hits on their videos, or some people got maybe 10 or hundreds, whatever it might be, or you see brothers on the street corners preaching and people are not listening. Don't marvel at that and think that it's, or don't look at that as something if, well, if it's the truth, why, aren't everyone listening? You see, but because it wasn't, they wasn't given that ear for them to perceive. You see, they wasn't given that eye salve so they can see and understand, right? Or see and take notice. It wasn't given to them. And then also in the scripture says what? The Lord is dealing with a small remnant, man. Okay. You know what? Let's see. Let's get this real fast. Yep, here we go. Matthew 9 verse 37, it says, Then saith he unto his disciples, The harvest truly is plenteous, but the laborers are few. You see? Luke 10 verse 2, it says, Therefore said he unto them, The harvest truly is great, but the laborers are few. Pray ye therefore the Lord of the harvest, that he would send forth laborers into his harvest. And the laborers are out there right now. Okay? We are doing the work of Yahweh Shem Yahushua. We are laboring, right? But the laborers are few. The laborers are not many. Okay? So back at verse 11 in Matthew 13, it says, He answered and said unto them, Because it is given to you to know the mysteries of the kingdom of heaven, but to them it is not given. For whosoever have, to him shall be given, and he shall have more abundance. But whosoever have not, from him shall be taken away, even that he have. Therefore speak I to them in parables, because Therefore speak I to them in parables, because they seeing see not, and hearing they hear not, neither do they understand. And in them is fulfilled the prophecy of Isaiah, which saith, By hearing you shall hear and shall not understand, and seeing you shall see and shall perceive not. For this people's heart is waxed gross, and their ears are dull of hearing, and their eyes they have closed, lest at any time they should see with their eyes, and hear with their hearing, and hear with their ears, and should understand with their heart, and should be converted, and I should heal them. You see, so they were blinded. Okay, there was a spiritual block on them where they couldn't see this truth, they couldn't understand this truth, and everything that's going on in the world today. The signs are shown we're at the end, right? The truth being poured out on the streets, this living water is being poured out on the highways and byways. Even that wouldn't even, even these different signs that's happening all throughout the world, they still wouldn't understand that we're at the end. They still wouldn't understand that. They still wouldn't understand the truth in its whole entirety, right? Verse 16, but it says this. It says, But blessed are your eyes, for they see, and your ears, for they hear. So it's a blessing if the Lord woke you up to understand this truth. Okay? You have to understand that everyone is not going to get this truth, because it wasn't meant for everyone to get it. I'm going to read verse 16 again. It says, But blessed are your eyes, for they see, and your eyes, for they hear. For verily I say unto you, that many prophets and righteous men have desired to see those things which ye see, and have not seen them, and to hear those things which ye hear, and have not heard them. You see that? You see? So there you go, man. The prophets and righteous men have desired to see to see those things which we now see, and have not seen them, and hear the things which we hear, but not have heard them. So it's just showing you how, it's a blessing how the Lord has woke us up to understand this truth, to give us these precious mysteries. Okay? So I want to close off with this, and I didn't want to make this too long. Just wanted to get straight to the point. Romans 11 verse 7, it says, what then? Israel have not attained that which he seeketh for, but the election have attained it, and the rest were blinded. You see that? So everyone wasn't given the opportunity to get this word, you see. Because what is Israel seeking for? Israel, our people are seeking for the truth. They want to understand the truth. They want to know what's going on, why things are taking place, and why they are in the condition they are in. Many different things they want to understand. But they have not obtained it, right? But they have not obtained which they seeking for. That's why they're all over the place. That's why they are continually still lost. 2/3 of our people, I might add. But the election have obtained it, and the rest were blinded. You see, so the elect have obtained the truth, but the rest of our people, they were blinded. You see, and a lot of those people are going to be your friends, your family members, and you might work so hard to try to get them to understand this truth, because once you get it, you like, man, this is a great feeling, as the scriptures say in John 8:32. What does it says? And ye shall know the truth, and the truth shall make you free. So, you start to understand this truth, you're like, oh my goodness, the answers that I have been looking for, now I understand them. Now I understand what's happening. Now I understand why we was put here in captivity. Now I know my purpose of what I should be really doing, or why I'm here on earth. You see, but they can't understand that. They can't get that, and you start to see through the Spirit that, they're not free, that their mind is still, locked up, if you will. You see, so you try to, unlock their mind, but then you start to, brothers, now I'll say myself, I've been in the truth for maybe 3.5 years. I understood within my first year, I understood that, I don't have the key to unlock, I don't have the key to make their mind free. I don't have that. That's up to Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. You see? And there's nothing I can do. You see? So those are things I had to let go eventually. Now, I learned the hard way. I tried to go out and teach family members. I tried to teach friends, but it brought me nothing but a heartache. It brought me nothing but persecution, and I made it hard on myself. Okay? But in this truth, you got to understand, you got to be Clark Kent. You see? And for you new brothers and sisters, hey, man, dealing with family and friends with this truth, majority you going to bring heartache on yourself trying to teach them this truth, man. So, best advice is I personally say don't deal with them, unless, they keep asking questions. And if they do, just drop little jewels on them, Ask them questions to make them think, don't just try to drop the truth hard on them and things like that. Just deal little by little if you choose to do that. Okay, that's up to you. But, going back into the end of this lesson, as the scriptures say, most of our people, they're seeking for the truth, but they're not going to find it. But the election were, you see? Why? Because the rest were blinded. Okay? Verse 8 says, according as it is written, the Most High have given them the spirit of slumber, eyes that they should not see, and ears that they should not hear unto this day. And David saith, let their table be made a snare, and a trap, and a stumbling block, and a recompense unto them. Let their eyes be darkened, that they may not see, and bow down their back always. You see? So there has been a spiritual block on majority of our people, and there's really nothing you can do to unblock them from the spiritual blockage that have been put on them. I'll say, but you can continue to increase in this knowledge and faith and wisdom and understanding of Yahweh Shema Shai. If the Lord pleases, if the Lord allows. So but you have to understand that, blessed are your eyes, for they see, and blessed are your eyes, blessed are your ears, for they hear. Okay, so Lord willing, I hope this was edifying. Until the next time, I want to say shalom.